Look, I've got all kinds of stuff here. I'm going to be talking today about attaching the cardboard that you have collected. Now, I'm not going to be making like, oh, I'm going to be making a house today. But these are little ways that you can connect cardboard if you wanted to make a house, okay? So I've got some other things handy too, like a toilet paper roll, because this is basically cardboard that's round, right? So I'm going to hang on to that. So I have my cardboard pieces cut up, and I don't have any fancy shapes or anything that are cut out or traced because I'm just going to be working with attaching cardboard pieces together. And I'm going to be showing you how to fold one and glue it down, how to insert pieces together, how to notch them so they fit in, and how to make like a wedge, like a leg for it, okay? So, and then you can go from there. So I've got my handy dandy liquid glue because glue sticks are not going to work for this. So Elmer School Glue will, and it'll work wonderfully, okay? All right, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do, I think I will glue everything onto, I'm going to try, I'm going to try gluing things onto here. Well, I'll put them on here. Then I can line them up for you. Oh, Miss Koshna, that's a wonderful idea. Okay, so first of all is to make, we're going to make a foot. So I'm going to cut a piece off of here. And it's straight. If it's angled, you're going to get one that's sideways, and I'll show you that too. So here's my piece where I want it to stand up. I can't put glue here because there's not enough surface area for the glue to hold it in place. So I have to fold it over and make a little, we call a foot. I'm going to pinch it over, and that's why we use this cardboard from cereal boxes, because it's really so much easier to fold it. Okay, and see, this is where it's going to touch, and it'll stand up on there. Okay, so this is kind of, hey, this is my calcula. Okay, there we go, like that. All right, so this is where I'm going to put my glue. Remember, with the glue, it's liquid. It has to come down like ketchup from the top of the bottle. You can't just start You can't just start squeezing right away, because if you do, nothing's going to come out but air. All right, so I've got some glue here. I'm going to like spread it around a little bit. I've got glue in my fingers, so just rub the glue and it'll go away. Okay, so this is my fold, right? I made a little foot, so it looks kind of like an L. And then I can stick it down here where I want it to go and press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ta-da! Now there's a little bit of glue came out, so I can use my finger and wipe it up. Miss Koshna, you have glue on your fingers. I know, so I'm going to rub it together, and it's going to make little glue boogers, and it'll roll up and go away. Not a big deal. Don't wash your hands when you got that wet glue on there. You wash your hands when the glue is wet, and it's going to just make a big mess. You just rub it, and it'll go away. So this is a fold. This is really handy if I just want something to just stand up like that, and I'm going to look at stuff that's on the front. I can do that right here. And this is a fold, right like that, okay? Now, there's another way to do this where I can do like a notch. I'm going to cut another piece. Well, before I do that, let me show you like one on an angle, because what if you want it to be, you don't want your piece to stand up straight, you want it to kind of go sideways. I'm going to do it this way. Watch this. So if I do it this way, when it stands up, I'm going to have the point here. It's going to be on an angle like that, okay? So I'm going to stick this on there too. Glue. I didn't wait for the glue to come back down to the top of the bottle. There we go. Ah, there it is. Glue, 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 glue. Glue, 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 glue. I'm just going to put it on there. Don't just keep pouring it on. I'm going to spread it around. Then I can stick it on here like this. And I can put these next to each other. If I wanted to build a wall, I could go this way, or, I should have put my foot on the inside, right? So that this little tab right here was on the outside, on the inside. So there's two different folds you can do. So now if I look at it this way, see how it stands up like that? It's on an angle. Pretty cool. So there's two different ways. And again, wet glue on my fingers. Glue buggers, let them go away. Yuck. Okay, so now I'm going to cut another piece because I'm going to show you how to make a notch. So we're going to make a notch. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make my fold here because you have to have that surface area where the glue is going to sit. So I'm going to fold it right there. I'm going to cut in the middle up to that fold line, right up to there. Again, open the scissors all the way up. Can't cut it like this. See what happens? That's not good. Have to open them up and only close them to where you get to that line and then stop. So now we have one like the fold, one foot goes this way and the other foot is going to go this way. So it looks like that. Okay. Then I put glue on the bottom of both of those. Okay, so remember, we're not doing a special project today, so you don't have to follow along with me. This is kind of like, well, I want to be able to put this together, and I got to figure out how to make that cardboard stand up. This is how you're going to do it. You can always come back to this and look at it. So this is going to be my notch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, so that's the notch. I cut the little legs out of it right there. I like to call it like a leggy thing. Make little legs. All right, so now let's say I want to put together, let's make the wedge thing. The wedge thing is like a little kickstand on your bicycle. If you ever have a little bicycle and you ride along, when you stand up and get off of it, it's going to crash over. Okay, so, but if you have a kickstand, it's like a little leg that sticks out, right? And it kind of leans on the side. So we can do that with this also. So you'll have to glue it in two places. So I'm going to cut this and figure out how do I want it to stand up or do I want it to lean? And this piece, I'm going to fold one little foot, put some glue on there, put the glue on there, put the glue on here, but it's not standing up. Oh my goodness, let the glue come to the top of the bottom as caution. I'd be so excited to put the glue. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! There it is. So I'm going to put this on here, in here, press down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so now look, I can make it stand up like that. Okay, look, ta-doo, see, like this. It stands up. Ta-ta-da. Now, I want to make it attach that way. Then I can make another foot here. Remember, these little feet are where your glue is going to go. Make sure the glue comes to the top of the bottle. That's too much! Take some glue away. Yikes! Too much glue. So let's turn it around here. Put my little kickstand right there. See, I can even lean it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There we go. Now, if it doesn't stick, that's probably because, like I just did on that one, I had way too much glue. So if the glue is really wet, it's not sticky yet. Let's get rid of my glue boogers. It's not really going to stick. You have to be just right. So if you know you're like got a big glob of glue and it's sticking out the sides, you might have to hold down and press a little bit longer for it to stick. So we got like this kickstand. This is a wedge. It's a wedge. And I'm just writing it on here so you can see later. All right, so I get the fold, make one foot, notch has 2 feet, a wedge is like a kickstand, and then I'm gonna make it so we can put two pieces together. In order to put two pieces together, I'm going to need two pieces. All right then. Okay, so with these, I want to slide them together. So I'm going to cut up, not all the way, like halfway, piece of the way up. And I'm going to take out a little skinny. Ooh, so skinny, any when it's skinny. Oh, it's so skinny, Miss Gotchna. Yes, I know. I only want a skinny, any when it's skinny line on there to cut out. There we go. That's it. Just barely. See, it's kind of even stuck in the middle. So you have to know what you want to do here. When you're building, you have to figure out how am I gonna attach these pieces. Now I could stick this in here, zoop. See how it kind of folds like that? I need to cut that same kind of slice on this piece too. Where are you gonna put it? I don't know. Where do you want it to go? Do you want it to go here? Do you want it to sit in the middle? It's all up to you as to where it's gonna sit. So if I want it to sit in the middle, I'm gonna cut another little notch about halfway. And see, I took that little piece out. That's going to help me when I put this through here. And see, it just slides in. Like that. What? And if you look at it and you say, but look, it's kind of crookedy like that. It doesn't go down all the way. Okay, well then I can take it apart and cut a little bit farther. Just a little bit, not a lot. Just a little bit. And I am going to take a little bit out of there too, right? So I have not just a slice. See how that's got a space in the middle here. I can do it on this one too. Just a little space, not a lot, just a little. If you cut a great big honking piece, it'll be too big and it'll fall over. It won't stay in. You need a thin. Look like a little skinny piece that you're going to take out of there. All right. Now let's slide them together. Ka-chink and ka-chink. There we go. Look. Check it out. Ta-da! So that's an insert. So I can insert things together. I can insert one piece into the other, right? Insert, right, like that. All right. So there's another way to do things, and I'm going to show you one more, and that's using this really awesome toilet paper roll. Because if I wanted this to stand up on my sculpture, I need the little feet, don't I? Because this is not enough surface area to put glue onto to make it stand up. I could make these. I could stick that on there. Ooh, I could make it into a rocket. Ah, I love that idea. Okay, wait, stop. It's giving me so many ideas. I need to make some notches, some little feet to stick down. So I'm going to take my cardboard tube and I'm going to go around and I'm going to cut some notches. Try to keep them the same height all the way around. Now, that one's too big. You could eyeball it and say, that looks about right. If you wanted to use your ruler and measure each one and say, it's going to go this far. It's going to go half an inch. It's going to go here, all the way around. And you wanted to make sure you did that on every cut. You could do that too. Just have those little marks there so you know how tall the slices should be. And then you just cut to it, okay? All right, or you could mark a couple spots and then go from there and try to keep them the same. It's all practice. Okay, so now I've got these little notches on here. It'll look kind of like grass. Oh, I need to cut this one, I think. Perfect. And then I can flip them out or I can flip them in. You could like bend them in. Depends on if it's okay to see them. If it's okay to see them, just bend them out. I don't care if I see them. I bend them out like this. Each one of them, before you put glue on it, bend it out. Remember, you don't need to be working right now. Just watch this, just to get some ideas on how to attach. So this is our last one that we're going to be doing. And then go ahead and play around with it. See how it works. and get some ideas going. Because the next project we're going to be building using cardboard. Look, see what I'm doing? I'm holding my glue upside down. Am I squeezing it? No, Miss Gosh, no, you're not squeezing it. I'm just letting the glue, like the ketchup, come down to the top of the bottle. Anticipation. Okay, little dot, little dot, little dot, little dot, little dot, little dot. Just a dot, not a lot, just a dot. Okay. See, one little one looks like a flower, doesn't it? Toot, 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 all the way around. Now I'm going to stick it down here, and I'm going to move my little insert one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, I got a lot more little feet here to press down, don't I? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So, now look. That's stuck down too. Now, I have the insert here. If I wanted to stick that on top of there, if I wanted to make this instead into a rock, I could put that on the top, couldn't I? Make it into a rocket, could be the legs. I'm going to mark. I'm going to hold it here, and I'm just going to mark where I want the slices in. Excuse my head if my head is inside the view. I'm going to mark it. Ah, Miss Kashna, your hand's in the way of your hand. I know. It's crazy. Okay, so I put these little, okay, watch this. Top. I put these little notches in here, and I can cut these just straight down. That's about where, 1, 2, 3. I should have another one, shouldn't I? Oh, right about here. Okay, so let's take a little piece more out of there. I know, I should have done this before it was connected to the cardboard, but it was so exciting. Cutting those little things there made me think that I would like to make it a rocket. So I'm going to cut that little notch out, right? Cut that skinny winny little teeny tiny piece. Make it a little bit bigger. See the little space? That's what you want. You want that little skinny space in between the two so that you can slide the other piece of cardboard in. It just needs to be wide enough to slide the other piece of cardboard in. You don't want a big gaping hole. You just want to be able to slide and then fold it in there, right? Slide it on in. All right. All right. So there's my 4 little notches. Now let's see. What if I stuck this up here? Could I do it? Could I? Could I do it? Could you do it? Can she do it? Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Oh, look at it go. Now see? It goes right in there. Ta-da! Now if I want it to go down farther, what do I have to do? Right. So I have to cut both pieces if I want it to slide down farther. Right now it's only going to go as far as the cut on the toilet paper tube. If I want it to go farther in and sink down a little bit more, then I'm going to need to cut on here where it matches up. But I don't want to do that. That's okay. But if I did, I know how to do it because I learned how to make that notch on there. That's pretty cool, isn't it? All right? Okay, so that's all. Try to attach some stuff. I hope that gave you some ideas about building some things. Next week, when we come back, we're going to be actually making things out of a cardboard paper towel tube, how to put things together. We're going to be making stuff using these. All right? Sounds good? Oh, I hope it sounds so good. I'm excited. All right, see you next week.